Hey guys, it's Titan Spartan here once again, and I'm bringing y'all some Exceed Infernities. Now, let's go ahead and get started with the duels while I'm talking. Now, there's a lot of hype around them right now. Since everyone is getting Transmodify and Judgment of Light, people are starting to talk, saying that Infernities are now tier 1. I don't know if you can go across that and say, hey, Infernities can beat Elemental Dragons, hey, they can beat Prophecy, hey, they can do that. I actually haven't been able to get a matchup against Elemental Dragons or Prophecies, or even a really good Evil Swarm deck. I mean, I faced a couple, but in my opinion, they weren't that great. I looked through their deck and, I mean, it was okay. Now, as you can tell, Infernities can still swarm, and Transmodify does make it that slight bit faster. You can use it on your Necromancer, you can use it on your Tour Guide if you're running Tour Guide, or any other targets that you simply want to put in that deck. Now, I am running Master Key Beetle. It's a 2500 beat stick, and also if I do want to side in the Virus the very next duel, it's a target for it. Now, also with Infernities, they have been getting close. They made top 16 in New Jersey YCS, I believe. And I mean, and that was without Transmodify. That was with a guy running 3 Night Beams, 3 MSTs, 3 Necromancer. I mean, I'll put that link in the description as well, just so y'all can check out that deck and see how it's different and how it's changing already coming into the next format. I want y'all's thoughts and opinions. Will we see Infernities topping? I do believe they can top locals, because locals, you know, it's smaller, you won't see those high power decks being played all too often. And I do think with the right skill and the right player, you can beat Elemental Dragons, you can beat your Prophecy matchup. I don't think it's that hard. But it all depends on the player, I guess. Now, also with this, what do y'all really think is going to come up in the next format? I don't think they're going to hit Elemental Dragons too hard. I don't think they're going to hit Prophecies too hard. It's Konami. It's the money maker that they're really worried about. And if anything, they're not going to hit any of the dragons, I believe. I mean, that's stupid. They're not worth that much money, and I don't know. It's not gonna happen, guys. If anything, they're gonna hit Super Rejuve, maybe make it semi-limited or limited, and of course Dracosac and Big Eye. They might make that down to 2, maybe 1, but like I said, they're money cards. Konami loves that money. Who doesn't? I'm hoping definitely for a slower format. Infernities even. Hey, they're somewhat they're fast, but I would rather have something where it does take a little bit more skill, where you can't do those misplays with Elemental Dragons and still pull out the win out your ass. I want something where you have to play and be smart, but I think a lot of people are saying that won't happen, or we're not going to see play like that for a while. Now I'm going to go ahead and let y'all watch through these duels, and I'll meet you back at the deck profile. Hey guys, welcome back. Now here's the deck profile. Now you did see me just lose that last duel. As some of you could probably tell throughout the duels, I'm not an experienced Infernity player. I'll admit, I do need help when it comes to these guys. I didn't play them back when they were broken, like 3-4 years ago, and I don't even have these cards in real life. I mean, of course I have like MST and stuff, but I don't have the Infernity deck in real life. It is something I never really played. I do remember back when they were broken, one of my friends, he played Infernities. He went to tournaments, he won with them, but that was back when everyone was playing them. They were a really, really good deck. Back in like, I think the Blackwing era. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But anyways, let's go ahead and get on to it. So I do have the 3 Archfiend, of course. 1 Grepher. Grepher and Armageddon Knight I think are cloggy at 2 for either of them. I don't like them at 2. I do have 2 Stygian, though. 2 Summoner Monk, 1 Tour Guide, and 3 Necromancer. I find Tour Guide is best at 1. I really don't need him too much. He is a transmodify target, and he can get out the Necromancer, but honestly, I don't really like him too much. Now, I do have the Allure. I'm opting for 1 Instant Fusion over 2, the 1 Transmodify, Drag Down into the Grave. I chose this over Upstart Goblin or any other draw card because I do get to look at my opponent's hands. Of course, by now, they already know what I'm playing, so it doesn't matter what they see in my hand. Of course, I'm only going to give them that one option to, discard. I did actually misplay on that, it was the Chaos Agent duel, I believe. I played Drag Down to the Grave when I had Foolish Burial and Monster Reborn in my hand. That's a fucking dumbass move. Don't do that. Of course, they're going to ditch your Monster Reborn. But hey, I did end up winning anyways. So, and then I do have the 1 Heavy. Heavy is great first and last. Like, in the beginning or in the late game. When you get it in the middle of the game, it sucks because at that point, you either have lost or you have your field set up and you're beating down your opponent hoping to win. I do have the 1 Rhoda for Armageddon Knight or Grepher, or Pitch Fodder for Summoner Monk, Monster Gate, Foolish Burial, and 1 Monster Reborn. I am running 2 Night Beam and 3 MST for that back row hate, of course, and the Infernity Launcher. I'm running 2 Bottomless, 2 Mirror Force, 3 Break, 2 Barrier, that 1 Call the Haunted, and the Solemn Duo. I have opted over 3 Barrier for 3 Break because Break, it's less situational than Barrier. Barrier, I must have pretty much that Infernity Archfiend on the field, and what you did see me sometimes leave him on the field for that sole reason, so I can use Infernity Barrier, and it kind of sucks. I mean, wouldn't you rather XYZ with him, get a bigger monster than 1800, so you can deal more damage or get over some other target? So that's why I'm doing 3 Break. Simply, it can remove itself from play, it can remove Barrier from play, it can remove any of these 6 targets from play. Or Infernity Launcher. I mean, that's so many targets that you can remove. It's great. It works. I'm running the Rare Fish. It is water for Dweller. I do not need a dark target. There's nothing in my deck that requires dark attributes except for Master Key Beetle, and believe me, I have enough dark 4-level monsters. So, I am running the Ouroboros, of course, Gem Knight Pearl for Ophion, the 1 Master Beetle, 1 Shockmaster, 2 Wolf, 1 Maelstrom, 2 Chain, 1 Dweller, 1 Cowboy, 2 Leviar, and 1 Zenmaines. These work best at 2, these work best at 2, and same thing for the Diamond Dire Wolf for when it's a mid-combo play and it helps you get rid of pesky cards. Also, I am thinking about running 1 Infernity Mirage in here, simply because I need special summons from the grave a lot, and I find that I'm running out of cards, running out of monsters in my deck, like essentially running out of necromancers. I use that card so much, and I think I'm gonna need an Infernity Mirage simply so I can special summon him with Stygian or do that normal summon. You know what? Hey, okay, new deck profile. There you go. Gotta add in that Mirage. I just like it. It's good. Now, the side deck, it is definitely a work in progress. Do not take me up on any of these cards. I haven't really done any matches with the Infernity. I'm still testing them out, so I really don't know what to side. And I don't know what to side for, let's say, a major event like the World Championship coming up in a few days. And definitely, hey, side decks, they're going to change. New format coming up, so I think almost any side deck, except for if you're competing for World, you should just scrap out and begin new, because you're gonna change it. Now, also, for a card that you might want to run is this new one that came out, Crazy Box. It's a decent card. It is a virus target. I do actually need to put virus in my side, simply because it is good for the Prophecy matchup, and I do have the Key Beetle already in the Ouroboros targets, and he could be another target in a 3000 wall. Since essentially he can't attack unless you roll a number 4 and you negate his effect for that one turn, and then you can attack with him. But hey, like I said, I'm not an experienced Infernity player. If there's something that I am missing, some key card, they're like, what the hell, how are you not running this? I mean, please tell me. Any combos that I miss, any combos that you do see that would be great. Maybe, what, do you think I should put in an Avenger and put in like one Synchro? Do you think I should run Starlight Road? Is it really that important? Tell me your ideas, guys. Anyways, this is my Exceed Infernity deck. I would say it's tier 1.5 at the best, but hey, anyways, that's just my opinion. Italian Spartan, signing out.